All right, welcome back. We are back to discuss some of the headlines we've read out to you today, the 25th day of April 2022. And I've been joined by Mr. Sonny Gumarai. You're welcome to the show.
Thanks for having
Thank you
me.
for making it here. And let's go to the headlines, but I will begin with this day newspaper. And it says here that oil theft. Navy seizes 6 million liters of stolen crude oil from illegal refiners. Buhari mourns over 100 persons killed in Imo explosion, says it's national disaster. Oh, well, my question is, this has been on for long. For those of us living in the south and southeast area, we are familiar with this illegal refineries that are, littered around us everywhere. And just a few months back, the River State government, launched some sort of an attack on these guys to put a stop to it. And it was seen as if people from other states were looking at Wike being harsh and being just one thug here in the south. But now the federal government is beginning to realize the damage this is causing to both our economy, because we rely solely on oil, both our economy and the lives of people, and they are now wading in. What is your think? Do you think they are doing it at the right time, or don't you think it's too late? What's your position?
For me, I think this is medicine after death, because illegal refinery has been going on since this regime came on board. The rate of illegal refineries came up in its full force.
Yeah.
And they won't say they are not aware. Like down here in the south, we've been having experiences with the black soot, which is an after effect of from the refinery, the local refineries. And before this government came on board, the previous government had a plan of giving licenses to these illegal refiners, to have modular refineries, which this present government has swept under the carpet. So those illegal refineries would have created jobs. The modular refineries would have created jobs for the teeming youths and the populace. But they were playing, and they were just playing with the whole thing. So you could see now that we have high rate of unemployment. So everybody is finding what to do, as finding one thing or the other as a means of survival. So you can see that the rate of illegal refinery really increased.
Yes.
And it's in its high, So we started crying about the pollution, and for months, for years, nobody has been saying anything until the River State government came all out for them. But even at that, you still see that some of them are still operating. Because like yesterday, I was going through the Ilele axis, and I was still seeing, those areas was still, the weather there was really bad. And I was
the cloud was already,
they
looking.
said people are still refining in this area. And some of these areas are controlled by the military. So you could see the resistance they got when the River State government was going to these refineries, to shut them down. You could see that they had all the money to fight back. They had the weapons. They have everything. So you could see the resistance they gave to the task force. That you can't shut this down. You understand? So amount of money we are losing daily. So the high rank and files are involved. So I'm not surprised. For me, it's medicine after death.
Well, but then what you're saying is, since you have said that most likely high-ranking officers in the battle has to start, and there's a lot he needs to do. First, he needs to collaborate with the River State government that had already started this war against these guys. He needs to collaborate with them. Also has to check high-ranking security agents, officers that have been posted down to the south here, to ensure that people that are involved in these things are transferred out of the state.
Not just transferred, they should be fired.
Yes, they should be punished. In one of the reports some weeks ago, or maybe up to a month ago, that we discussed here, where a military officer that was found culpable of stealing about 3 billion naira was refunding the money, and they were withholding his name. These are the kind of things we see. So the fight against these illegal refineries is not an easy one. But it's something that if the government really wants to do, they can really achieve. I mean, look at the the effort the River State government has put, and what he has achieved within just about 2-3 months of going after these guys. I mean, a lot of Rivers residents can now say that the pollution that we experience within the last 3-4 years, it has reduced. Before, being out here even talking, we see these suits dropping on our white shirts, but that's not the case anymore. And so if federal government is now coming out to say this, I believe they should do it. They should not just give us lip service. They should really go about it. And I'm sure at the end of the day, we'll all be happy. All right, moving on, let's talk about WHO's recommendations on the vaccination of under five children against malaria. The malaria the wahala. It's been there like forever, in not just in Nigeria, in Africa generally, but right here on the news report on This Day newspaper, WHO is recommending that children under 5 be vaccinated against malaria. What's your take?
Yes, malaria is something that we've come to,
blood systems are now used to it.
So it's not a new thing for us here, except maybe people coming into the country for the first time.
And then new babies, like what WHO is saying now, children under age 5.
Yes, for me, I'm not against the vaccination, but for vaccines, it has to undergo several tests in lab. We have to be sure of the vaccines we are giving to our children. So I'm not against the vaccination, but malaria is something that we can eradicate. We can completely eradicate if our system is working. Because even in Africa, there's some countries in Africa, that don't have malaria. Yes, like for example, South Africa, their cities, the capital cities, don't have malaria except in the rural areas. But for like the urban cities here in Nigeria, we can completely eradicate malaria. Find out how developed countries were able to eradicate malaria. By they could go on to vaccine the states as a whole, clean our gutters, push for stiff laws in terms of environmental pollution. Because even our monthly sanitations that we do here, it's not really effective.
It isn't.
But we can put stiff laws in terms of sanitation laws, and see that people adhere to it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Sani. Well, that's all we'll be discussing this morning. Thank you very much for making it here, and to our viewers, thank you so much for staying with us up to this time. We have a lot more to talk about next time.
Have you registered for your permanent voter's card? I mean, your PVC. There is a Nigeria we all seek, a place where love, peace, security, and unity can reign supreme.
Waste no time. We want a country where peace and justice will be the order of the day.
Unfortunately, there's a problem. One big challenge this generation has to solve.
Our country cries for help every day. We need able and capable hands to lead and direct.
These capable hands can be you. Have you gotten your PVC? Have you registered for the ongoing voting process? Don't say your vote does not count. Yes, it does.
Have you gotten your PVC? Your apathy towards Nigeria's electioneering process will further inhibit our collective growth and development as a nation. Your refusal to participate and engage will keep us at a standstill. So be intentional.
I have my PVC. Your votes, your voice would go a long way in preventing absolute destruction of this country and the future of our children, the hope of tomorrow.
The 2023 Nigerian elections are just around the corner. Go out and get heard. Don't forget, your vote, your voice. This message is proudly brought to you by Thav Media Limited.
My name is Caroline Alfred, and I am your host.
I don't love nagging men.
I think if Ed Sheeran is not at my wedding, I may leave the wedding.
So if I'm meeting somebody, I would like that person to...
Every lady out there would like a level-headed man.
What does love mean to you? Spinsters and bachelors get to meet themselves on a blind date, get to know each other better, and get into relationships that would culminate into marriage eventually.